I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/canister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Buongiorno. A Giganta deck. Giganta is almost uniformly zoo, right? Out of the modern decks. I don't know about this keep, it's a bit on the edge. That Saga into Vesuva Saga. Would be happy with it on the play, but on the draw. Can feel a little bit of a stench and a villain deploys. Ugh. If villain deploys Ragavan, it's gonna be a lot of treasures, but we'll see. That was my day. I just woke up. Slept for a long time and I woke up, it was 11:57. And then I just rushed to my room to turn on my PC to join the Prelim. It wasn't really jet lag, it was probably the fact that I played Balatro until almost 3 AM yesterday. Because that game, I find it fun. Opponent fetched a Zag of Triumph and passed, and it took so much time to do that. That's interesting. Nishowa Brawler. Impressive opponent. Truly impressive. I'll copy Saga again. Next turn we can use the Crumbling Vestige to deploy the ring. So this first, then this, to play around binding on Amulet. I want to deploy the Dryad instead of the ring. I don't think so. I'll only have single Amulet on the next turn, but okay, they just use it immediately. So if I deploy Dryad, I get to... Because I only take 9, I don't die to Tribal Flames. A Dryad does, and then I have a Titan with a single Amulet. It's probably better to get the ring into play. Soon you'll gamble with real money, yeah. That's the pipeline. Cycle a Savai Triumph. Okay. Another Amulet, which is good. They have no binding, then we combo. They do have binding, we don't. So I have 1 mana, 3 mana. Not enough mana. I'll do it this way with the intention of chump blocking. I think odds of drawing a bounce are good enough. I don't know, should I be blocking? Probably yes, not to die to Tribal Flames. I see 4 new cards, so... Even a Boseiju plus bounce land would do it. Opponent might take the decision out of my hand. What's that? Leyline of the Guild Pact. Well, that makes it easier. Fetch. Wow, so now I don't need to block. Thanks. Alright, so now we are all Gucci. Play Crumbling Vestige. And play a Gruul Turf. Probably play Mr. Beast. How am I, Mr. Streamer? Oh, I'm really good. I'm really good. Oops, just a fulek. Only one amulet and I hadn't found my Boseiju, but I mean they die. It's good. Doesn't matter. Always yes, always yield. What fearsome sideboard cards does the Zoo deck run? Not many. For a 5-color deck they don't have much. You know, for the wealth of option that the 5-color deck could run, they don't have much. It's typically what, like a Lavinia, Alpine Moon, Force of Vigor, this type of stuff. Chalice, Alpine Moon, Pick Your Poison, Meddling Mage, Werther. So there's like a bunch of cards, but none of which I would call particularly fearsome, though. Storm's Wrath makes some sense if I want to block, if I want to kill Meddling Mage. Ent makes a little bit of sense because the stats are just good against that deck, but... It's got one Pact and 2 Sagas. Since like they run a good amount of Saga hate on the draw, we might not want it, and then have one Ent. I don't know, one Storm's Wrath. Probably not. The Storm's Wrath is just way too bad because Kavu is a 5/5, so it specifically doesn't kill it. Not even 61 cards, alright. One Wrath, that 61st card for the viewer. Oh no! Too late, didn't submit it in time, we registered 60. No Wrath available.
He's a phenomenal control player.
60 cards for 60 months.
You changed? I did change my deck right before the submission, yeah. Thank you, Mlex, for 5 years of support. Holy shit. 5 years ago was 2019. That was a while ago. Holy shit, what a broken card. They played a Territorial Kavu with an island. KCI was banned in 2019, I think so, I think. KFCI. Krark Clan Ironworks ban announcement. January 21st, 2019. COVID came as punishment for banning KCI. Holy shit, it all makes sense now. Unfortunately missing a Titan. The match seems very difficult to win. Does it? I was a Titan away from winning it. Still am. Nice. Wait, so I didn't even sideboard at all? See, modo bug. I'll just submit. -1 Saga, +1 Radiant Fountain, -1 Pact, +1 Ent. It's just all my deck needs. That's because now I'm on the play and not on the draw, so situation has changed drastically. Sin is a bit stinky. Small gun it. I like this one better, maybe. Not really. They begin playing on turn 2, it's good. If they start with a Ragavan, it's bad. No ley line, that's too bad because they are not opening with a essentially mulligan. Instead they're fetching red for Ragavan. How long was KCI in Modern? I mean, it was legal since the inception, but took a while for it to catch up, to become a deck. So, like, it was a deck for, I don't know, a year? 2 years? Oh no, Dryad of the Ilysian Grove, that plays perfectly into my opponent's theme of domain. What a card to steal. Actually casting it with no land drop. I'll just guarantee that I can play my rings. Don't care about the Saga at this point. Alright. Holy shit, come on. Simic Grove Chamber. I got owned. Oy. Yeah, not so guaranteed. Seems like they have 4 spells in hand, which is not nice. They have stubborn denials, then I will lose. But if they don't, I will not lose, probably. Let's not expose myself to wear there. Okay. So I should draw now. It's better against binding. Pick your poisson, okay. I'll manage. Bonjour les poissons. Play, try 'em. No. Okay, bolt, fine. I thought it's gonna be stab. One ring to rule them all. Opponent top decks a Knacatl and doesn't even attack with the Kavu. What is their hand then? 2 balls? That would be rough. But then they probably would have attacked ditch the Kavu, but like would seems to make sense for them to have 2 balls, but also they didn't play anyway. Like they didn't play them, so. So they should be looking towards 2 balls. Maybe they just have like 1 bolt left though, so they don't have a reason to. I utilize Giganta's ability. I attack with Territorial Kavu. Discard Leyline. Don't you want to board out Leyline of the Guild Pact against my deck? Intuitively, that's what I would do. If I played Zoo. Holy shit, no Titans anywhere? Alright, so you can get... map. Float map, copy Amulet, use map, 2 floating. Play Turf, Turf, Turf. Spending 2 Grazer mana, so I have 4 free 10 mana, so I had 12 mana, so I transmute and play Colossus. Titan, cannot go for Titan with Battlements in hand. Alright, that seems to work. Transmute. Pactos. Pactos. Cultivatoros. And Mr. Beast comes to mop up my opponent. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast is so cool. It's my favorite creature. Mr. Beast is very cool. He makes YouTube videos where he helps people become not blind. think the turn to Dryad was a really weak play. If they had any alternative, probably it was just Ragavan plus interaction, that's why they went with that play. But it was a really weak, really unimpressive turn. Like, expected them to at least put a land into play with it to gain some value, but there was no value. We just played a 2-4, sacrificing the treasure. But likely their hand was interaction, they probably like drew a Drossable line or something. Anyone simultaneously releasing in the chat? Canister wins the game.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Wag 1 canny.
And round 2 begins immediately. This plays a turn 1 Grazer, but then does nothing, so I probably will mulligan. Alright, I'll keep on 5. Not sure if I want to keep the Pact or Grazer. If they play Hammer, I would keep the Grazer. Seems like it is Hammer. Oh no, they have the nut draw. Steel Shaper's Gift. More like Steel Shaper's Grift. Amulet. Nope. They fetched Hammer, obviously. Inkmoth cannot kill me quite just yet. Pretty hard to top deck well with this hand at this point. Probably a bounce land is the best. Then I go Dryad bounce land. My opponent still does nothing. And then I go Otawara and a top decked untapped land. Play Titan. Shoot with Valakuts. Okay, well that seems like nothing. Paradise Mantle. Maybe that's just an attempt to enable Paladin in 2 turns from now. And I mean next turn. So if they have Hammer Paladin, the next turn they would go... Yeah. Pow Pow Paladin. Activate Nexus, equip Hammer. So I can block it. So let's just start with Explore, draw a green source. Okay. I'm just losing this one. Maybe they don't have Paladin, maybe they're just setting up for Paladin, but odds are they have Paladin if they play like this. It's the Reprieve Silence person. Also March, holy shit, what a sideboard. Why play Hammer without Paladin in hands? So that you're better off if you draw a Paladin, but it's unlikely that they would go that route because they also make themselves worse off if they don't draw Paladin, so... I'll just submit with no changes. I don't have anything Hammer specific in my sideboard. When you played Hammer you had to go through 4 cards and 4 Force of Vigor, so now it's no changes post side. I mean, it's still a horrible matchup for Hammer. Force of Vigor actually barely changes anything. Because it's like there's kind of no bad cards to cut anyway, so it has like roughly no replacement over what's coming. Over it. They fetch Hammer. White. Strict Proctor. Oh no, Proctor is... It's the worst. So I suck my Sagas, but it's fine. But Saga is actually pretty bad against Proctor. Okay, now they equip. No, they don't because they have Proctor. Holy shit. Genius. Jeden, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć. Play Titan. Yeah, I could bring Graph against Proctor, but it doesn't really even work too well. Because it's not easy to have 4 mana for the raft, and it might have its toughness enhanced by Hammer, and we can play through it, but it's a bit painful. Against Proctor, kind of missing a few dismembers, I guess. Okay, so I attack. I'll grab Valakut and a Valakut, I guess. I assume Firesport would be boarded in, but not Storm's Wrath. Could be, yeah. Firesport would be a bit happier. Still, like, not super happy, but a bit. No. 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 Your opponent keeps 7. No. Let's check. Yes. Sorry, ways to bounce back Boseiju in case they flash in Hammer and Pay. Boseiju I get through mapping for it. That's cheaper. Well, maybe bounce and Valakut is better because I pay 2 and I keep the maps, and map is better in play. So maybe that was slightly better to do it your way. This way it dies without them having an option to protect it. Blue mana too, holy shit. And I guess I don't have a map right now in play, so I don't have an access to a lane. I didn't need a second Valakut, so it's probably slightly better to search for a bounce land to bounce the Boseiju to my hand. Would be like roughly the same. Doesn't matter, but technically better. They got a Survey land there. Would Proctor have triggered? Yeah. Oh no, because it has 3 damage, so that's like more of a tricky question. Let me think. Yes. It would trigger because it's still on the battlefield right before it dies. To the 3 damage marked on it. And Boseiju searches during resolution, yeah. So the weakest card against Proctor is Saga. Because it's a land and then like all dies and the amulets don't work. I think Explore is sold against Proctor. Storm's Wrath just is too bad, especially on the draw. I'll not cast it. Okay, I guess I'll keep this. Yes, because it died once the trigger's already triggered. Yeah, well put, Portable Head. That's the most concise explanation. Villain Mulligan to 5. Stoneforge Mystique. Caldra complete. Two explores, question mark. Keep the Boseiju in play to have double green in play. But if their plan is to Caldra me, the Onion Ring should just get them. Well, maybe they have the Yellow Remand or something like that. Proctor. Okay. Can also just Otawara the Germ. Simply, yeah. Seems impossible to die next turn, so I'll just play Titan now. I mean, like, unlikely to die next turn. I have 1 card in hand, I get like a hammer. Technically, like, some sick paladin could get there, but can take 1 hammer hit. They would need Paladin, 2 hammers. And the equipment I searched was Caldra with this, so they might have a hammer in hand, they have a random top deck. But like they would need Paladin plus hammer, and that's fine. Needle. That's fine. What are we naming? I assume one of the channel lands to protect Proctor, the Otawara. That seems just weak. Like hard for that to convert into a win. Otawara, yeah. Stoneforge Mystic, which they have to pay for. So will they just sit with the Germ token not attacking me? Because trading blows is weak for them, so I guess trading blows for them. Could kill Proctor. By fetching a Dryad. Thank you very much for the raid, Mango. Hope you had a good day. I could get Dryad. Get... what, Valakut bounce land? Attack with Titan, have my Titan die to the Germ, right? To keep Proctor, I lose my Titan. I think it's just better to play the ring. Pay for the protection. I could also like play ring and not pay for the protection and play Dryad instead, but just chaining rings gives me so much chill. T West.
He's a phenomenal
Let's play the
control
Saga.
player.
Keep the T West. Now, if my opponent summons a second Proctor or keeps up a Surge of Salvation, then things might get slightly awkward, but I bring Storm's Wrath versus them. I did not, no. I was aware of Proctor before game 3, but just doesn't seem like a good strat to me still. How come Proctor does not stop Urza's Saga trigger? It's a Saga, it does not have an ETB effect, it's just, you know, it's a chapter ability. Let's make sure that I live. Wouldn't Caldra kill all blockers before Titan damage? They didn't attack with Caldra because they don't want me to attack with Caldra. If I attack into their Caldra, then they block with Caldra and it just kills my Titan. I get a trigger, but my Titan
Pepe
dies.
Science Amulet Science House of 55 Titans it.
So maybe you have a brain part, but I don't know what it consists of like specifically. Holy shit, thank you for the sub, House of Mana. MTG. I mean, Racing Titan doesn't sound too good. You have finally taken the Storm's Wrath pill. How does it taste? How does it feel to take the Storm's Wrath pill? Three white, 4 white. You know what? March my Dryad. That's cringe. Dobrze is good. I see. Is there a reason to draw offering before Saga tutor trigger resolves? Yes. It's because then you get to see random cards before you see what you're gonna fetch. Before you make a decision, so you get to see what you draw before you make a decision. Of course, then there is a risk that you draw those cards, but it's like in this spot I probably was getting map always because the Amulet doesn't do anything against Strict Proctor and I have to anyways. So probably no reason here. So we have a Titan which hasn't attacked for how many turns? Strong move, opponent. Oh no. Not the Spring Leaf Drum. Sigarda's aid, okay. I wish Sigarda would aid me. Get Boseiju here. Lose life from the Ringos. Draw 3 more cards even. Transmute Tolaria West. Get Summer's Pact. For Dryad. Play Dryad. Play lands. Kill Proctor. Is there a land that has the Dryad effect to activate Valakut? There is not. That would be too much, man. Kill Proctor. Play Amulet. Play Vesuvius. Copy Valakut. Kill. Kill. The speech to text function is actually kind of accurate. That is insane. We live in the future. Okay, in fact, Aaron Forsyth said publicly on twitter.com that they're not gonna print a red Urborg variant. Specifically because Valakut exists in Modern. It would be pretty insane if like Titan could just fetch up a... Oops, missed a trigger. Fetch up Valakut with literally anything and start killing villain with any land. Alright. Unholy Hidden Triosk still in game. Triosk, let's mulligan. Holy shit, what a bad hand. Why do you want green? Amulet isn't even green. No, it's not about Amulet, it's just about... not being pretentious. 1 mana, all 2 green mana, dark with Undying. Am I asking too much? I think yes, actually. Yeah, grief is a crime. Phalagi Archaeologist. Imagine that could have been a Psychic Frog. Can I spoil the card I will make when I inevitably win the Invitational? I will need to win the World Championship now, which I failed to get qualified to for the second time in a row, so probably odds of winning that are pretty slim. But I would make half of a Primeval Titan. It would be 3 mana, 2 green. It would have Tra, and when enters your attack, search for a land and put on the battlefield, and then 3/3. And it would be a creature, giant human. Or maybe just human and primeval. Primeval man, yeah, sounds good. Am I a giant human? I'm 7 feet 60 inches, so yeah, you bet. Holy shit, the Alchemy Grazer. Faithful Mending. After lengthy deliberation, discards Momentary Blink. It's a flashback card. Holy shit, new card. Pitching Grief to Grief. War Spirit Realm. Come on, has flashback. In the slightly graveyard themed deck of my opponent. Will they have a favorite? Careful, he is committing a crime. Holy shit, that's true. Tank, take Titan and Pact, because what else, right? No brawo, kurwa, wymyśliłeś, kolego. Will there be any more Lotus content? No, never. That's a good draw. Make sure to resolve the mana gaining ability first. Add colorless, play the Onion Ring, draw. Can't get griefed anymore. Now I'm missing a bounce land to just wreck my opponent. Gets Goraios and Atraxa, perfect. Holy shit. But, you know, how good is an Atraxa here? Oh, we'll see. It's not too bad. Although sometimes Atraxa just grabs 3 cards. One of which is a land in this deck. But, yeah, I'm not enjoying Pioneer enough to play it right now. Too much. So there is not gonna be... I will not play the Pioneer Prelim today, for example. And Lotus is fine, but it's also not that great. Any standard content in near future? No, I'll just play the modern prelims, that's all I'll stream. It's gonna be Titan every day, every week. I've been hearing standard is pretty good right now, sure. Good riddance for it. Saga playing an infinite combo deck in standard. Holy shit, I am hooked now. I really want to play it now. What's the combo? Is it a Slugwork? Yeah, I know, it's a Slugwork Aftermath Analyst thing. So it's gonna be EOT, reanimate Atraxa into momentarily blink it. Ephemerate blink. Momentary blink is kind of funny. I would enjoy the Slugwork, thinking about the Slugwork decks more if I understood what Slugwork does, but to this day I don't think I ever faced that card in actual gameplay, and reading it is just hard to grasp. Whenever a land is put into a graveyard from anywhere, you put a counter on it, okay. And then you remove 3 counters to bounce it, and then you, when it leaves, you return 3 lands from graveyard to hand. Yeah, well, it's not that hard, but opponent has 7 cards in hand. Grief. So what did Villain grab? Indulgence, Delta, Prismatic Ending, and Solitude. Atraxa, Regrave, and Ephemerate. Okay. So 1 Prismatic Ending. Did Cathies get nerfed? What do you mean? Cathies got banned in a format of Pioneer, actually, even. I don't know, it got nerfed in anywhere. You have 2 endings, that would be bad. When I used to play against this deck, like a few weeks ago, it seemed very inconsistent and barely ever reanimated a monster, and mostly just cast some draw spells and failed to do anything, but lately it seems to do its thing all the time, and it Grief Ephemerates plus reanimates in every game. So I'm not sure if this deck is really good or really bad or not, or what to expect out of it. This is momentary blink in my draw step. Probably shouldn't do it this way. Holy shit. It is great against Yogg. I think it's pretty bad versus Yogg. Holy shit, we've got some conflicting opinions. So I think I got slightly unfortunate here for having to multi-5 and then Villain milling the Atraxa, but
He's a phenomenal
after
control player.
griefing me, but maybe I wasn't. Let's investigate Villain's decklist. Visual effects, thank you for our Prime Gaming sub. What a sideboard. It's a different list though. Love the Amulet streams, thank you. I'm inside you, thank you. For Celestial Perch. Interesting. Stream Dryad, I think Dryad is not great against their deck. For Celestial Perch for Yawgmoth Tron Physician. I think that's the reason. Did I bring my bog or what did I forget? I forgot, holy shit. No, bros, I don't want the bog, it's pretty bad. Kappa. That's a pretty shitty hand. Edge Mace. Swamp. Pallagi Archaeologist, Mill Atraxa. No, Mill Grizzlebrand, even better. Key. It's like prismatic edging. Seems like it. Okay, Pact, Grazer. That works. Too bad I can't get a bog because it's not my deck, but... oh well. When they schedule the last chance QP season events. When they schedule them. As in when they happen or when do they decide when they happen? Because I don't know when they decide when they happen. I know how they decide when they happen, but I recommend mtgoupdate.com. You can go here and you'll see that Monday 18th, Tuesday 19th, Wednesday 20th are the days when it happens. And how they schedule them, they just replace the prelims for that period of time. No, punish for no bog. Okay, not really. I think Boseiju doesn't seem particularly good. Bog seems okay. I only had one Graze in my deck, so pretty lucky to top deck it, but also, you know, sometimes you deserve to get lucky. Explore Endurance, I'll keep. Wow, not even 10-1 double grief. How cringe. Surveil momentary blink to their graveyard. Triosk broke it. How often do I shave? I don't really. Once per month. But mostly my mustache. Because otherwise it gets like too long, and when I eat soup or saucy meals, then just gets into that a bit too much. Is there a reason why you look so consistently handsome every time I turn on your stream? Has to be genetics. Although I often do wish that my beard would grow a bit more than it does. Could be a bit thicker. But you know, when I from the distance looks good. That's my position. Okay, discuss momentary blink. No more no mustache style. Last time I cut my mustache was last time I got rid of my mustache was when I made my hair blue. So exile the mending and 2 blinks. Did Twitch remove PP emotes from the website? Let's try it, chat. Can you post any Pepe emote? I think I don't want to play my amulet yet because of the danger of prismatic ending. When am I playing Lotus Field next? Might be never. Right, this game is looking like a pretty typical game I play against Esper. Like the things that they're doing. Cast mendings and not much else. The one Japanese viewer in the chat. Oh, that's actually not even true. There is many of them. Here it is, viewers by location. Japan 5%. United States 23%. Italy 10%. Buongiorno. Guten Tag. Hola. How do you greet in Japanese? I forgot. Is konnichiwa? No, konnichiwa, no. Greetings. Greetings in Japanese. Konnichiwa. Yes, konnichiwa is greeting. Ohayo gozaimasu. No siemka, Polaczki. Hola. Bonjour. Hi. Bonjour / hi. Did you learn buongiorno from Inglourious Bastards? Yes, I think so, but it's also like kind of just a word, right? Grief Hardcast. Show more. I closed it. But the remaining countries are 1%, so whatnot. But yeah, villain discarded subtlety and tainted indulgence and just got nowhere with the faithful mendings. What has been looted can be restored. The church lives on within us. Duke Endurance. Exile the mending. I'm done with pretending. Let's exile the mending. I prefer to exile mending than to surveil land. I suspect villain has subtlety. They're discarding the 1 in their hand. Reloading while sacking supplier. The green flare only works when you discard when you sacrifice a green creature, so it might not function like that. This is like running 4 copies of Surveil Lens, Edge Maze, Shadowy Backstreet, Meticulous Archive, and holy shit, keeps on top. Very small amount of people came from outside Tri City for the challenge. Please come next time so we won't have meme wins like Martyr, thanks. I'll do what I can. Yeah, Martyr winning kind of cringe. Game would be easier if I drew a bounce land. Phalange Archaeologist, mill over Atraxa, Goreos Atraxa, win. Let's go. Doesn't hit a spell, though. Okay. I draw Titan. Unfortunately, weak to Ephemerate now. How was Poxwalker? Not particularly good. The deck wasn't great. Hits Goreo. Alright, we lost. Not happy with how this game went, but my keep didn't pay off, I guess. No battle down equals win, battle down equal lose. Holy shit, that is what happened. Finally, a nice hand. See, Hogubi, I'm still refusing to admit that the Esper deck is a bad matchup because I think rationally it should not be. And then the next step is, alright, but what if it is a bad matchup, what tech should I use? And nothing comes to mind because... Holy shit, Force of Negation. 2 cards left in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they move to 6. And living end is a bit rough. Indeed. But it's the same thing where there is not thing that can really be done past playing hate and drawing well. They pitched turn Scalding and they don't know that 2 Dryads are coming, so they'll regret soon. Mishra's Bubble entered the Exile zone. Oh. People keeping home telephones in Europe. No, child, it's not a home phone. It's not a landline. It is indeed a intercom. They want to cycle the Explorer? I think so. Subtlety. My hand is not the best against counterspell, but I can maybe fetch, like if I draw a land map for Valakut, then suddenly we're okay. Or my opponent just plays a DRC into pre-order and then just dies. But yeah, I got a new vacuum cleaner, chat. It was a delivery man with a new vacuum cleaner, and I'm going to vacuum clean the shit out of my house today. Excited about that. Is there a cavern main? There is no cavern main or sideboard. This one or Samsung? This one. Did GF complain about the dust? No, but the old one was kinda faulty and just decided to splurge and buy a good one. Old vacuum cleaner that is. Do my cats agree with my purchases? I think they don't mind the vacuum cleaners. Probably should have cast the... Should have played the chamber first to have a Titan on top, while also producing more mana. The chamber in play, this and this in hand. Map EOT available. It's pretty awkward. But if I draw a Titan, I single spell anyways, that's bad. So I should have played the chamber one more time and then play the Titan. So they have one card. If they have counterspell, then they can counterspell. Cross iteration. On top, on top. Well, they need a land too for a counterspell, and it needs not to be a Spirebluff Canal, which they probably have 4. So even if they topped counterspell, will they give it? Unholy Heat enters the Exile Zone, that's fine. So they have counterspell up. Weird no attack here with double Dryad. Them dashing Ragavan cuts off a turn of the clock, exiles my top card Titan. Me dealing 2 damage does nothing. They counterspell this turn, almost assuredly. So I play the ring. But do I get the bounce land? Then on the next turn I'll have 5 mana. Plus 6 mana. Which helps to ring plus Titan again. It's game 1, I don't have Bojuka Bog. No, it's not spell pierced. They wouldn't keep spell pierced with like expensive iteration. But I can pay, I can like have the pierce mana for you if you want to, if you want me to. But like there is, like they have counterspell in hand, it's guaranteed. Maybe villain is bluffing. Well, then my ring resolves and I win next turn. They did keep a card on top, so like it's not spell pierce for sure. They did like iteration, right? So they keep the card on top with the DRC triggers, so then they exile Unholy Heat and they don't play the card at this counter spell. My FHQ has a section about Cavern of Souls. No top deck bolt, please. Okay, they drew fetch. So I win. Could have made it so that I could have cast both the ring and the Titan on the previous turn, which would have made it much easier, but still managed to get there. Nice of them to play the fetch land, just makes it mental, takes off the mental load from me, but I mean, they knew how to Titan in hand, so they knew they were dying, or at least they should know they are dying, but maybe they wanted to do something else. Maybe you can have like 2 endurance to have mid creatures to harass DRCs if I cut those. Let's see if it does anything. Could they have let the ring resolve and counter the Titan? Well, but then I have the ring in play, and I had the TOS in play too, so I would win still. My bug on 2 Valakut and 1 Vesuva. Yes, because Valakut is red producing for my Titan, for my Storm's Wrath. But like 2 Vesuva is fine. But 2 Vesuva is more of a like game 1 configuration, 2 Valakut is more of a game 2 configuration. Makes sense to prepare for game 2s more so than game 1s, because game 1s are so good against everyone with this deck. I think. I didn't say anything about World Souls Rage because I have nothing to say about it. It's a funny card, but it doesn't seem to be a good card. Like the combo just doesn't matter, right? And like it matters just a tiny bit. So I just don't feel a big need to play it. Pale Pierce. Solid. Play land so I can play a ring through Blood Moon. Wow, DRC already big. That's sad. Thanks, I'm happy you're of the same opinion about those 2 slots taken from consistency smiley emoji. I'm not sure what do you mean by that. Did you lessen the consistency by playing World Souls Rage X2? Okay. Copy Amulet. I have 7 mana. By copying another amulet, I still have 7 mana. I play the Onion Ring. Oh, a counter. Holy shit, they call him a counter spell for a reason. Green mana. Is that gonna be a force of negation? Surveil to top. That's bad. It's too bad that my cards line up slightly inconveniently and I can't multi-spell easily. They play Breeding Pool. Does that mean they splash Pick Your Poison the sideboard? I love lessening consistency. Sure. Like the thing with World's Rage is that would be like the nicest land to bring is Urza's Urza's Saga, but it's kind of hard to line up properly where you actually bring back Urza's Saga. Alright, now I block. Pretty dead to Brotherhood's End, destroy artifacts actually. That's a good draw. I actually love Mycosynth Gardens in post-board games in spots like this, where it lets me play a multi-amulet game in some amount of draws. It's just really nice. Okay. If I play Titan, I can get subbed, but this just resolves again. I get 2 protections. It's for Cyber Pick Your Poison, yeah. Very weird Otawara. Do they not play Blood Moon if they play that? Breeding Pool. Ooh, 1 main deck, Pick Your Poison and 2 sideboard. Holy shit. They do play Moon, that's crazy. Average stream bitrate too high. That's what it says on my stream, on my end. 2 protections means he needs 2 Bone Crusher Giants. Actually not true, but yeah. This doesn't seem like Moon. More like Merktide. Alpine Moon. XD. So I'm gonna name Simic Grove Humber. I prefer to cast Generous Ent or Titan into the first counter spell. Probably the end. If End resolves, I probably can't lose from this spot. If Titan resolves, I win, but Forest Ender tapped because I put it into play with the Grazer. I don't think you can lose either way. I'm thinking of Blood Moon, but it's pretty rough. So like if they Blood Moon, then I wish I spend a Titan because the End is a second forest for this. Or I can cast the Ent with this. But seems like we're good. Yeah, I would also assume Alpine Moon means no Blood Moon in their deck, but who knows? Does Alpine Moon work with Blood Moon? Will your Growth Chamber tap for any mana? Probably layers, not layers, timestamps. Three mana Stern Scalding. 4 mana rather. Alright, so you lost to Esper Goraya only. I have not played against Rhinos in 5 prelims or something like that.